We're going to talk to another competitor who has stayed on to hear the competition and the drama that it entails. And I'll please welcome Marco Di Marzio. Happy to have you.
Nice to meet you.
Happy
Thank
to
you.
have you here.
Thank you.
So, Italy first and then Ireland.
Yes.
How did it all happen?
By accident.
The best things always happen by accident,
exactly.
right?
I just basically needed a break. I was, after my finished my studies in chemistry and pharmaceutical technology, I was working in research in Italy and wasn't really happy. And I decided to, from one day to another, to pack my luggage and go. And,
Really?
That
takes some courage to do that.
That was. I have to say that who kind of pushed me was my mom, in a sense.
Really?
Bless where she is, because I lost her 10 years ago. But no, it was, I always manifested the idea of, moving abroad and live for a while, because I think it's something that makes you, it's a challenge for yourself.
Right.
It's, you experience yourself on many aspects, and it's, it makes you, I don't know, seeing the world, it's a good thing, and the reason why I went back to Ireland was that previously in 1996, I went to Ireland for an English course, and I liked the place because it was very laid back. Not the weather, no.
Does it rain?
Oh,
A lot?
yeah,
All the time?
yeah. Well, not all the time, no, but it's pretty, comparing to where I'm from, yes. It's pretty, the weather, it's pretty challenging, yes.
Great way to say it.
Yeah. Why?
I was wondering about a line in your biography here. You credit your new teacher with reigniting your passion for the piano. How was he able to do that for you?
I don't know. I suppose it's just pure chemistry, as I'm a chemist. So
Right.
when you it just happened. My music career was quite painful in a sense that I started out that I was a little kid, and I then went to the conservatory at the age of 10, and I didn't have a very good experience with my teacher at the point that my enthusiasm was gone. So after 8 years, I literally decided to quit. And for almost 20 years,
Wow.
I didn't, well, sometimes I was playing away, but it was never, so from very hard training, I went to nothing. And so I took a different career. Even though when I quit, my mom said, why don't you try another teacher, which I did. And it worked very well. But in the meantime, back then, I had done the exam to get into the university. And so I said, okay, I'll try to do both. But eventually you have to...
You have to make a choice.
Yeah, because the college that I did was quite demanding. And so eventually, the music,
Fell away.
Yes, it was, as I said it, especially because my confidence was not there at all. No. It's
so important.
Oh, yeah.
The confidence. And in the course of one's life, it can come and go.
Exactly.
I've seen it in my own playing career. It can come and go with different stages in life. And it's very hard to get out there without...
Exactly, and the hardest thing was that, you see, if you're young, it's very hard. I think it's easier to recover. When you're an adult, you know that you have believed certain things that you heard from so many years, especially during a phase where you are building your confidence and your connection. So my teacher he's actually an American Taiwanese. Is Dr. Archie Chen. He studied in Indiana with an amazing teacher, Edmund Battersby, which I met, and amazing artist, an amazing teacher. So it just happened that when I moved to Ireland, I was doing a master in Trinity College. And by accident, I realized that the Royal Irish Academy was behind Trinity College. So,
very convenient.
Yeah, because the only interest that I wanted was to have the opportunity to have a free room and play. That's all.
Perfect.
So I went there and I asked, can I use a room? And they said, are you a student? I said, no. So I said, well, then you can't. And I said, well, what do I have to do to be a student? And they said, well, you need to do an audition. And I said, you know what? I'll do it. I went back home for my holidays. I gathered my papers from the conservatory in Italy, and then I did an audition and I got in. And I said, great. I was assigned a teacher, and it was just for me just to go back to the habit to have a teacher and play.
Right.
So I was with that teacher a year and something, and then she went on maternity leave. And that's when Archie Chen, which he came along. He was our deputy. Archie, back then, he was a student, a doctorate student with John O'Connor.
He's done some time here in Fort Worth. John O'Connor has been here.
All right, okay. So, just chemistry.
It worked.
It worked amazingly. I mean, I owe him so much. He really is the mentor for me that I never had, but as you say, never better late than never.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely. And if he can help you, sometimes there are teachers that are just very gifted at building a student's confidence, and a teacher is not in competition with that student or anything, and they love the music themselves, and they want to share it with the
Exactly.
student. So do you see him every week?
Oh,
or-
yeah. After 1 year that I was with him in the academy, then Archie went for a job in the Royal Irish Academy, and unfortunately didn't get it. So after that, he said, why don't you come and study with me? And I said, this is business, Marco. Like, I mean, nothing against your teacher, old teacher, lovely woman. She took me on, she was but in 1 year, with Archie, I saw myself improved so much in many ways. And also because he has such a gentle way to, to push you. He's the one that has been pushing me in performing and everything, because my teacher never gave me a lot of, almost no chances to actually play in an audience. And so that's why he's the one that, and then obviously I'm a very, when you write my passion, I go for things. I'm like a bull.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yes. So combined with his, aptitude, we started to, even though it has been a quite tough process, because going on stage and dealing with your ghosts and skeletons, it's not easy.
It's lifelong. We deal with our ghosts and skeletons,
Yeah.
as you say.
Yeah.
They do get weaker, but it's a lifelong thing. I think.
Yeah, it is, you're right. And it's, I had to repeat myself, even because I wasn't really pleased by the way I played, because, I mean, I know that I can play much better. I know that I can say I have something to say. But it's just sometimes that I have to remind, Marco, like, you are doing it now. You never had really a chance to do it like when you were younger. So be kind with yourself.
It's hard that's a very hard lesson to learn.
It
as
is,
well.
but it's the only way, because otherwise I don't break a cycle.
Right.
And I keep going on a circle, and no. So
Yoga and meditation have been very important to you. Yes.
yes.
For how long? When did that become a part of your life?
Oh, since it's been now 3.5 years that meditation is a daily practice for me, twice a day.
And you find this, of course, helps your playing,
yes.
of course, and your performing and your
Everything
attitude
in life,
toward everything.
Everything in life. The contact within myself has been, slowly changing, And
Do you start out your day with
yes,
meditation?
exactly. Yes,
great way to start.
It's the first thing that I do in the morning. Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for
Not
joining
at all.
us.
Pleasure. Thank you.